Support the He podcast via a one-time donation, a monthly subscription from as low as $1, a lifetime membership, and purchase He's exclusive collection of merchandise. And for all other business inquiries at buymeacoffee.com/Refie. Who is he? He is me. Hi, I'm Refie Redzuan. This is he. Here is my chance to share some amazing stories with some amazing people that are inspiring to me. He celebrates everyday people of everyday life. He revolves around conversations that inspire others to change the world and make a difference in life, with a little bit of laughter and a whole lot of drama. Join me for personal stories and experiences on health and healing, successes and failures, recovery and discovery, anything relatable, and anything in between. He elevates us to rise again and live our very best life. Just so you know, you are not alone. He is with you.
In today's episode, which I'll be hosting, and I will be interviewing Refie himself. The title of this episode is Lose You to Love Me. In this episode, let's touch on the profound part of losing oneself to truly discover and love oneself. Through personal stories and insightful discussions, they explore the challenging yet rewarding journey of self-discovery. The episode navigates through the path of self-love and authenticity, shedding light on the transformative growth that arises from shedding the old self to create a new, more fulfilling version of oneself. So, Refie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I'm very hungry. Very hungry.
So am
I
I.
lost I lost 5 kilos in just few days, which
So
is good.
it's all about shredding, you know?
Yeah, shredding, yes. It's shredding all the weight. I need my summer body back. And I
I
lost a
feel, I
friend
feel.
recently. Yeah.
Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes, I think in this story of Lose You to Love Me, in the journey of self-discovery, what it means is that I think it's not so much of relationship, it's also about losing the people you love and also losing yourself. I think in this journey, I have lost myself to find myself again. In order to find myself, I need to lose myself first. So I think there were many instances in my recent experience that I have discovered, like, I thought I liked this, but I don't. And then I like this, and then I don't. And then I'm like, I rediscover myself. So basically, in order for me to find myself again, I need to be lost.
It's very true indeed.
And then I learn to love myself even more because I give myself grace and some time to actually process that feeling and then feel the emotion, cry if I have to, and then I learn to love me again.
That's very beautiful, actually. Very, very beautiful. I think it's really important that you have embarked on this journey, you know, because you've been through quite a lot as well, and you had to figure out what the next version of you is going to be, which is
Yeah.
more authentic.
Yes. Yes. Although at times I do have to say that, there are times I have to fake my way through for the sake
Well,
of
as they
society.
say, fake it till you make it,
For the sake of
and then the
society.
faking gets real.
Now it's becoming more real, I think. I think especially in my relationship, with my marriage, I learned to love.
We are what we believe we are. You know, we
Yeah.
are what our beliefs are, right?
No one would have thought that I would be in this life of mine today, even myself. But I think I've discovered so many things about me that I think love isn't just about the things you like. It's also not about the person you fall in love with, but the love that kind of grows. I think this lose you to love me is also about the people I have lost in the past, that I learned to love myself. And then when I love myself, I find it's easier for me to give love to other people, especially to my family.
That's very true. You know, they always say love is unconditional, right? And many of us like to use that slogan, love is unconditional. You use it, I use it. But sometimes we're hard on ourselves.
Mm.
And I think for you now, you finally started practicing that love is unconditional and you're loving yourself through many different versions of you,
Yes, yes.
which I'm really happy for you, actually.
And you know, when I did realize it was crucial part of my journey is that I never thought that I would love again. I think we all have had first love during our younger days, and that first love cut the deepest. And then we
Is
learn
it the first love or the first puppy love, you know?
the no, I don't think it was puppy. Puppy for me was, I think, was like,
Kucing.
yeah, it was like, I think ni apa puppy love is more like your crush, the kinds that you play with at school. But I think
Right.
the one that I fell in love with was quite serious, and I was heartbroken for years. But then until one time, I just felt like, this has to be over. I can't be holding to that for so long, and I kept the bouquet I was given for 20 years, and then I finally threw it away.
Wow. Wow.
Finally, I threw it
That's a
away, you
long
see,
time.
after Ryan
Yeah, but
was born.
wow, that's
he
a long
he
time.
lived to see it.
That's a,
Yeah.
you have to let go in order to invite new things to come in.
Yes, yes. I think I did. I think I did very well. I mean, I had my moments, of course. I mean, there are times I'm like, no, 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 no. This is not what I want, but this is also what I want. This is also what feeds me love. And I think, not the kind of movie love that you see on
That
TV.
very, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's
yeah,
very true.
yeah,
There's a lot of like different forms of love,
yeah.
whether it's a cliche love or unconditional love or everlasting love. Some people love one another from afar, even though they can't be together.
Yeah, I cannot be I can't be in that relationship. The long distance, I can't. I think it's difficult
No, I'm
because
not talking about long distance. I'm talking about, sometimes
Mm.
you have to make certain sacrifices or compromise that you can't be
Oh,
together.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you still love one another.
yeah.
And you don't, the love is just still there. It doesn't go
True,
away.
true.
You're not feeding it, but it's still there.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, that is totally makes sense to me.
Mm.
And sometimes, you know what they say, it's so close yet so far. I always
Yes,
feel
yes.
that. I still feel that, I still feel something is so close, but yet so far, but I can't seem to reach it.
It's unspoken. Some
Hmm.
things are also unspoken.
Yeah, yeah.
So in let's say in 5 words, let's do this. In 5 words, how would you sum up lose you to love me and in your journey?
Yeah.
Give me some keywords. Let's make this a little exciting today.
I think it's sex, affection,
Okay,
touch,
okay, I'm gonna. Mm-hmm.
gifts, and service.
Okay, touch, gifts,
Yeah,
and service. So this is
yeah,
all your love languages, yeah?
yeah, yeah. And I know you know this song is Selena Gomez's song. She
Mm-hmm,
wrote
mm-hmm,
this song and released this song right after she broke up with Justin Bieber. She
mm-hmm,
was very much in love with Bieber. I think the song meant losing someone you love,
mm-hmm.
whether he got married to someone else, be with someone else, or died. I think for me, in this journey is me. I want to talk about the ones that I lost in the past. Yes, I have so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some are friends, some are relationship, some are family members. It goes back
Wait,
all this. Yeah, go on.
the 5 words are quite related to, I would say, romantic relationships, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I miss romantic relationship.
Oh,
I miss that so
right.
much. Not that I don't have it now. I have it, but it's different when you have a romantic relationship that you know for sure it's not sustainable. The kind of romantic relationship that is always lasting for few months, few years, and that's it, and they go.
You miss that?
I miss that, but I don't want it anymore because it's not sustainable, and I think gives me pain, a lot of pain. Don't
Are
you
you
think?
missing the excitement? Yeah, it
I'm
sounds more
missing
like
the
you're missing the
excitement.
excitement.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
missing the excitement. I'm also missing the spice, the samba.
Yeah, you're missing. I can tell from these 5 words. It's more of the courtship, the
Hmm.
excitement, the
Hmm.
butterflies. Yeah,
Hmm.
there's a saying, the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah.
The thrill of the hunt.
Yeah. That's it. I guess that's it. I think that's why people like me, at the end of the day, when we become grounded to routine life that is
Hmm.
yours, like being married, for example, I think that's why a lot of people in their relationship, if they don't spice things up, they get mundane over their routine.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think in Asian culture, we've been told to get married at a certain age, settle down at a certain age.
Yeah.
The stigma that we've grown up with, or this understanding, right, cultural views that we all have, it's been put instilled in us in a young age that we think that it's only normal to settle down, right? And then when we get into that routine of marriage, we realize after a while it's mundane, because we're like, oh wait, where's all the fireworks?
Yes, the fireworks, exactly. And I
Yeah,
think, especially be it relationship or marriage, it needs work. I mean, you don't just sit down and wait for things to happen.
that's true.
So again, I lost myself in that journey and found myself again. And then, for example, recently we had, I wouldn't say an argument, we had a discussion that has led to a debate. And then from a
Hmm.
debate to who's winning and who's losing.
Right.
And then it becomes very personal. And then we start attacking each other. And then I realized that, you know what? This is so unnecessary. But it is so necessary because while we try to be nice, when you lost yourself, you gave it all out. And then when you put it out there, then oh, that's the problem. You have been keeping it like a volcano until it erupted. And then we learn to
Mm.
understand each other again and found ourselves in that journey.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
very, very true. But I want to go a bit deeper here.
Yeah.
It's a really big title that we're speaking on this afternoon. Lose you to love me, and I think this has a lot to do with inner work. I don't know how you feel about discussing the inner work that you have done within yourself.
The
Chang,
inner
chang,
work,
chang.
yeah. I think the inner work um, has never always been clean. I think the inner work involves some dirty ones too. The ones that you would never forgive yourself, the ones that I would say the mistakes that I would never repeat, but I would do it, again and again because
Hmm.
sometimes it comes or it stems from frustrations
Yeah.
and then it comes
Okay.
it stems from frustration. It stems from frustrations. It also
Yeah.
stems from disappointments. It
Right.
stems from anger.
Hmm.
All of that, I think, is part of the journey. That is part of the work. I think if I haven't done something wrong or even something right, I wouldn't have known this is good for anyone. But
That's
if it leads to something negative, for example, a breakup or something, I think it is also meant to be. Something doesn't happen, the action wouldn't come to a conclusion.
very true. 100% very true. It's what
Yeah.
we call faith, Usually we
Yes.
say, it's faith. It's meant
Yeah.
to be, it's not meant to be.
Mm.
We sometimes the repercussions make you choose another path, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for some people, when it's time, it's
It's
time.
time. Yeah, you learn more about yourself, you learn more about others as well, I would say.
I would never say never. Never say never because, we don't know when we will go, when things will happen. Something will just blow up. You never know when that can happen. So I would never dare enough to say that this will never happen. But I want to protect this. I think this relationship is important to me. I want to protect it. It's sacred that I wouldn't take it lightly. And I would give my all to make sure that it's okay because I think you mentioned the keyword earlier. You mentioned sacrifice. To be in a relationship, it takes a lot of sacrifices.
I think compromise as well, right?
And yeah, and
It-
tolerance.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Compromise, you accept certain things. You also try to work something out and give in, give out, make sure that
yeah,
you can meet in between because it's never about you. Say if I and you, Kohinoor, are in a relationship, I cannot just make it about me or about you.
yeah.
Uh,
We have to be selfless, and it's really
yeah.
important. That's where otherwise narcissistic tendencies tend to come in.
Yes, 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 yes. Being a perfectionist myself, there's a lot of things I have to let go. Like
Yeah, you got
I,
to compromise.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that
I have a
100%.
lot
Yeah.
of things I love about life. Like I want my house to look a certain way. Okay,
Yeah.
she agrees on this pink curtain. I love this pink curtain. She didn't like it or not, it doesn't matter. She probably like flowery or maybe darker color, but I like it pink. And she's okay with it. So how she met in between is she said it has to be sunblock.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's black in the back.
How would you give people
Yeah.
advice on this? I think, yeah, maybe some of our those tuning in, to the podcast would like to know because this is what you just said is something that's very common that happens,
Hmm.
but when it happens way too often, right? Like people wonder how, oh my God, like how do I deal with this when it happens so often? You geram, tau, you're like,
Mm.
oh,
Geram. Because it's daily. It's daily things. And
yeah,
some of the things that happen are small little things like the curtain in the back.
yeah,
Like I love beige, the beige in the bag. I love beige, pink, pastel. I love it. So how do I deal with it? I think it comes with respect and it starts with a conversation, like asking, would it be okay to explore the color pink? Do you like pink? That's one. Another option, which is the negative one. I don't like pink. I don't want pink. I only like pink. No, before you say anything else, I only want pink. You see the two different style of asking questions and uh,
yeah,
of
yeah.
having a conversation. A lot of people do not have that skill in order to get what they want. Skills is so important. I think with that skill, because this skill can be learned, can be trained, and then with all these resources available online, I think you can find them. But because we have ego, and sometimes it's an act of winning more than an act of kindness.
That's true.
And
That's true.
yes, I give in. Okay, she gave in the color pink to me,
Hmm.
but she took on other things. Like I get to choose the air conditioner. I get to choose this design. I just want this and that, for example. So I said okay,
Right.
because the air conditioner will not be on my Instagram. So so what's important to me is the curtain. The curtain will go on Instagram. And then I said, okay, you choose the bed. I choose the bed frame because the bed frame will be on Instagram. The lamp shade or the table lamp. Yeah, anything that is very
Aesthetically drawing.
aesthetic would be my decision.
Oh,
She would choose other things like the bed, the comfy of the bed. Sometimes I let her choose the bedspread, but
just say white.
yeah, she doesn't like white because as a man, I sleep. Women do not leave the stain, the gray
Yeah.
stain. Yeah, women are very clean that way. Men are
Yeah.
pigs. So I leave a lot of gray stains.
Oh,
The
I'm not
gray,
gonna ask what.
yeah, the gray stain is basically the thing on your neck, on the
Oh.
feet. The
Oh,
dirt.
oh, 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 oh.
Yeah,
Right,
Eh,
right, right, right.
not the semen
Oh,
stain, huh? But not that.
cuci lah kaki semasa
Chop. Talking about
khatim.
stain, women have
Mandilah
stain.
dulu.
Women period. Ada lagi ada stain. Warna merah. Kalau putih
I
habislah.
don't know. I just senang beli semua bedsheet putih.
I suka putih. I memang suka putih.
Yeah. I just buy all white. I just keep changing. I don't know. It has a very relaxing
Yes, it does.
feel
And
to
it
it.
also feels clean.
I used to have color and form, but of recent like 2.5 years, I think 2 years, about 2 years now coming, I've had like just all white all the time, like, and I find it very like the minute I get into my room, I'm very dreamy and
Yeah,
relaxed.
yeah. Very hotel feel.
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then I like white linen, so I love it. I love everything
Yeah,
white. Yeah, yeah, me too.
that's why we get along so well, huh?
Yes, exactly. You got the same taste. And then kalau ada scene atau pun cantik putih macam movie.
Kesian. Now, I'd like to know a little bit more, right, about what were some pivotal moments or experiences that helped you embrace your true self. How was this experience and how did it change you?
This experience for me that is so significant would be the breakups I've had in the past. Have
Right.
had some of relationship that I tried to mend, be it friendship and everything. The breakups were not easy. I think those were the moments, I think the key moments in this lose you to love me kind of journey. Breakups always feel like you being left behind. You did something wrong and you were
Mm-hmm.
never perfect. You cannot mend it. And the attempt to try and heal the wound has always been very long. And it
Mm-hmm.
takes a lot more people that come into your life and you hurt them and then they hurt you again. It's like a almost a never ending cycle. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that is the most significant journey for me. And this experience changed me to be more aware of the surroundings. It built my character. It gives me more life. And also, it gives me more kindness to myself
Mm-hmm.
and skills to how do I deal with these kind of things if it happens again in the future. Because you never know what's coming, what's right in front of you. These challenges come in different forms and they come in different styles and they come in different times and it comes in different emotion. And when it happens, you thought you knew it, and still it would turn it around and be absolutely new, and you have no idea how to deal with this. And then you go all over again and be sad and cry and thinking of what have gone wrong, why this is happening, and why did I meet this person again? Why did this person do that to me? But like
Yeah.
why this friendship has to go on this path because I don't think I did anything wrong. Why do you have to be so selfish that you keep hurting a lot of people?
Why?
Because I don't know. I don't have the answers. I think these people could be myself included. I need to work to heal the wounds. We all have traumas in the past that we probably have
Right.
hurt. Unresolved trauma always come back to you.
Yeah.
So I think why some people did this to me and why I keep doing this to other people too is maybe because we all have these wounds that will never heal and this trauma will
That's
never
very true.
resolve. And then the more I try to escape it, the bigger it becomes.
Right.
Right? So there's no way around it. There's no way to escape it either. I just have to brace myself through it and just let it all the emotion feels into my soul and I'm okay with it. I'm just gonna experience it because I can't control this kind of feelings. They just come by surprise. And these surprises come in times where you thought it would never happen again. And it came back and
Okay.
I'm not very fond of it.
Okay, so tell me, let's go into a little bit more detail, if you don't mind sharing with us and your lovely fans. What part of your past identity did you have to let go of in order to move forward in life? This is a little tricky, but do share with us.
It is very tricky because some of my past identity I have not publicly disclosed because of so many reasons. And I
Mhm.
think I have to respect the fact that I am now also married and I have in-laws to think about. I also
Mhm.
have a son that
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't want to share so much. What I can share about a past identity is that I used to be this person who is very lively and very
Mhm.
vivacious and very
Yeah.
open to life and to do anything that is out of the box. I'm pretty much wild at heart and wild as a person. And I would explore anything I love to find out or do anything I think that is against anyone's belief just because I want to try. So that past identity, I think it is very exciting identity. I had to let that go because I can no longer fit that narrative because I'm in also in the spiritual journey that I have found myself into becoming more, I wouldn't say religious, but more spiritual
Be more mindful as well,
and
right?
mindful of the things I do because I also learned that exciting identity that I've had in the past is also temporary. It's never sustainable. It's the fun, the excitement lasts for a very short while and then it's giving me a downtime a really long downtime. Yeah. And I don't like that feeling. I would be very depressed. I wouldn't being able to move on with a lot of things. And then I hurt myself. I do risky things. This lead to risky behavior, so I don't like that. But I miss it. I don't want to lose that, but I have to. But at times I
Uh-huh.
want to do it again, but I can't. It's just something that I do to protect myself, not because I am not living my true self. I also learned that your authentic self doesn't mean that you get to do all that. That is wrong by definition, by law, or by religious values, or by cultural norms or values whatsoever. It is also, it's basically just self-awareness that these other things are not good for me anymore. Why would I want? I keep asking myself that again and again. Do you come to that kind of realization too sometimes?
Of course, I think as we mature and we grow older, as we, even though we don't like to admit it, but
Yeah.
the responsibilities definitely increase. Adulting, we spoke about this the last time. Remember,
Yeah.
in conclusion, adulting, right?
Yeah.
And I think at every age we could still use that term adulting, right? We got to be an adult and we got to deal with things. We got to take on more challenges, more responsibilities, and stuff like that. We have to be more mindful. Like, I have a parent that's much older as well, and I'm not that old because I don't have kids, right? So I'll give you
Yeah.
an example of that. I would say I can't throw the same tantrums or bother my parent with petty things like I used to when
Hmm.
I was much younger because you don't want to cause stress to them, right? You should be able to manage the situation.
Yeah.
And we have to reduce impulsive decisions and be
Yeah.
more mindful. That's exactly what you mentioned as well earlier, that you have to make more mindful choices, and you're happier with that, right?
Yeah.
Because the impulsive decisions before, like, there were always repercussions. Now
Yes.
I think you're more grounded now, what you're trying to say as well,
Yes.
right? That
Yes. Yeah.
the stability and being more grounded has given you long-term happiness,
Yes. Yes.
and you are in
Totally.
control of your happiness as
Yeah.
well. I
Meaning
can see that.
I have to be in control of my decisions too,
Yes.
because think I told that I have been to
We're not talking
rehab.
about a wall color here, right?
No, not talking about work color. We're talking about like how these decisions have impacted my life. And I think being here today has to do with the decision that I made in the past.
Mhm.
And then being here today, I have to be grateful for today being alive and also to not go back to that path again. But I think occasionally
I mean,
I do
it's
indulge
not
myself.
wrong. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
wrong. We all have an
So I
inner
can come
child.
back. Yeah, I can come back
Yeah,
feeling better. That's it.
there's nothing wrong to revisit your inner child, right?
Yes, yes.
As we mentioned before, I think because society, I mean, we grew up in a cultured society where in our Asian culture, we have to settle down and commit at a younger age, right? Start a family, this and that. Unlike in the Western world, I guess they're done. They can deal with their inner child. They can have their inner child, roam
Yes.
free. Where else for us, we probably are not done living this life that we just discovered. We're still in that discovery process.
Yeah,
Then we have to take on challenges after that of being adult. I mean,
exactly.
if you think about it in depth, right? Like, we are born on this earth, we are nurtured as children, right? We are still learning this process at like 18, 19, 21, right?
Yeah.
Science made it clear that 21 we're supposed to be matured enough. At 21, what you want, and at 28 is totally different, right?
Yeah, but apparently it's not. It doesn't work that way, right? Because I
Yeah, but
think
like,
I'm only mature recently.
you're doing you day to day as well. Give
Yes,
yourself some
yes,
credit,
yes, yes. Yeah, day to day. I like that. Yes, I'm doing me day to day. It's no longer
Yeah.
about planning 10 years. Okay, I do have that, but I think it's more of day to day basis.
And it's not wrong actually, because
Yeah.
sometimes this too long-term planning pun macam stress.
Yeah, lepas tu you get
We
frustrated
have to be
because,
happy, yeah.
yeah,
You deal with the
sometimes
day to day first,
sometimes it
My
doesn't
advice.
happen. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't
Yeah.
happen. The things you plan turn to be something else. Well, suddenly the world decide to turn it around and just give you another challenges instead of the things you know well.
Then you bulldoze through those challenges.
Exactly. That's when you lose yourself again.
Yeah.
And then you met some other people that try to come into your life and steal your heart and catch feelings. And then they do the same thing again and then they left. I'd be very
It's a way
sad.
to put them through a lot of tests,
Yeah,
test them. Macam
and
oh, okay,
you don't
correct.
just.
But you know what? I
Hmm.
learned this recently. Sorry, I'm interrupting
Oh,
you.
you're gone.
You go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was saying that I think you
I'll be
don't just
quick. I'll
lose.
share with you something. Yeah,
Yeah,
quickly.
you don't lose. You don't just lose yourself. You also lose people in order to
Yeah.
find you. Yeah,
Yeah, because it sometimes things just run its course.
yeah,
People come into your life for a season, for a reason, sometimes for a lifetime, but seasons change, reasons change. Can everybody battle being around each other's lives when things change? Because life is an evolution, right? We have
yeah,
to evolve, 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 right? So when we evolve, can this coping mechanism cope, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Um, the same goes with friendships. Sometimes it run its course, but sometimes you remember what is the very essence that you connected on the basis with one another on, and you have to remember to keep feeding that essence in order to keep the friendship growing. Because sometimes friends just become acquaintances after we've grown. Or we pick up things that we don't like about our friends that doesn't resonate with our new views. And it's okay,
yeah.
actually, it's okay because we have to evolve.
It's true. We have to. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you
Yeah.
on that. Beautifully said.
I
Now,
learned this thing recently, actually.
mm,
This way of thinking of let what is to come come. We manifest and we keep, macam we manifest and we pray, right? I always say manifest and pray, right?
yeah,
So because I always believe that the two are very similar. You are attracting, right? Attracting and pulling in. So you know your vision, you know what you're put here to do on earth. You have the long-term vision, right? I think in Malay we say, is it nikmat? You wake up in the morning,
yeah,
nikmat. You have to have nikmat, right?
yes,
So, and you keep waking up with that same feeling and telling yourself, this is my destiny of whatever greatness that you have envisioned for yourself or what you want. And even though like we meet people along the way, if they cannot serve in that journey, like it will just automatically not work out, and it's okay if it doesn't work. Because if it's meant to work, it will last. If
yeah,
it doesn't work, don't give up. That's a new mindset I've adopted. Like, don't give up, just keep going. Macam, it's okay. Like, macam kalau kita tak ngam pasal this or that or whatever, it's like, it's okay. Um, I'm not gonna nag about it anymore. I'm not
mm,
gonna go on and on about it because if I've said it once, I've said it twice, said it three times, macam like that nagging, then I put out stress. So I'm like, you know what? Tak apa. Okay, bye. Macam
yeah.
slowly
Let
kita
go. Yeah,
kita pull away, right? I mean,
yeah,
there is some would say yes, some would agree with me, some wouldn't agree with me. But then even if you pull away, if they still come back to you, then it's like you're continuing the cycle. It continues, right? Like what I say,
yeah,
if it's meant to be, it will last. Because it always takes two hands to clap, right? You know about
yeah,
things.
yeah. It's never one thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It takes two to
Like
tango.
there's no point of like holding on to like a relationship or a friendship or being in a situation where like what we say, fake it till we make it. Macam
Yeah,
you're there, prove that I can still be there and I can still pour into this cup, but it's actually hurting you and you're not comfortable.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
point because you just erupt at the end.
yeah. You will erupt at the end because it's not real.
Yeah.
Because you've been keeping that, keeping and keeping and keeping. One day, all this sort of
And
anger and
even when you
frustration
express it,
will
yeah,
build up. Yeah, it will build up,
even
and
when you express
eventually,
it,
some
it's not
people
heard.
happens sooner, some people happens later. But I'm not
Yeah.
saying that we should wait for that time. No.
Yeah.
I think the work is always there, but like I said, it's a two-way thing. If it works for anybody, it works. If it doesn't, then eventually you're gonna have to find your way out and make yourself free from it.
Set yourself free.
Thank you for listening to He. A new episode is available every Thursday, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We'd love to hear from you. Follow me on social media at Refie Redzuan and at He Podcast for all the updates and behind the scenes. Once again, thank you for listening to He with Refie Redzuan.